Hi, my name is Becky Hall, and I'm a math professor at Western Connecticut State University. As a former public school teacher, I now serve as a supervisor for student teachers, but I'm also trained to score edTPA portfolios. So today I want to give you a quick overview of what edTPA is and what you can do to support your student teacher with it. So what is edTPA? Well, it's a performance assessment given to student teachers, and at the time that this video was recorded, it was being implemented in 40 states across the country. Connecticut is currently in the process of implementing it. Beginning in fall 2018, taking edTPA will be required of all student teachers. Using the results of the fall 2018 implementation, the state will set a recommended passing score. And this passing score will then be effective starting fall 2019. Passing the edTPA from this point on will be required in order to be certified. Now, certainly requiring that teachers pass a performance assessment to get certified is not a new concept. Many of you may even remember the BEST program. I know I remember my experience of completing the BEST portfolio back in 2000. The BEST program was the first performance-based assessment used in the country for teacher certification. The developer of the BEST program was part of the team who developed edTPA. There are 27 different versions of edTPA, from early childhood through secondary. But common to all versions is that they are focused on planning, instruction, and assessment. Task 1 is the planning phase, Task 2 is the implementation of those plans, and Task 3 is about analyzing the results of a planned assessment. Now, there are actually 3 different versions of the elementary edTPA, but the one that Connecticut has adopted has a 4th task. And the first 3 tasks are literacy-based, and the 4th task is a math assessment. So, what do the student teachers actually submit? For Task 1, there's a 2-page overview of the focus class called the Context for Learning. There are 3 to 5 lesson plans. If the class is taught in block scheduling, this would be 3 to 5 hours worth of instruction time. The instructional materials for those lesson plans are also included, with some restrictions on the number of pages allowed. Any planned assessments for these lessons would be included. And finally, the student teacher must respond to some planning prompts by completing the planning commentary. And these prompts are all in the handbook. For Task 2, the student must include 1 to 2 video clips of 15 minutes of uninterrupted instruction. Also submitted for Task 2 is the student's responses to the instruction prompts. For Task 3, the student includes work from 3 sample students, one of which is usually a student with a 504 or IEP. The student teacher must provide evidence of feedback in written form or another video clip, and they must respond to assessment prompts and include a scoring guide for their assessment used in this task. For the elementary edTPA, a 4th task requires the student teachers to submit 7 components, many of which are similar to components just described in the first 3 tasks, but now for a math lesson and assessment. So, as you can imagine, completing an edTPA can be an overwhelming task. So, what can you do as the cooperating teacher to help? First of all, get a copy of the Elementary Education Handbook and read as much of it as you can. It's roughly 75 pages, and we know your time is valuable, so certainly just reading through the rubric descriptions and the commentary prompts would be a good start. Second, you can learn about the lesson plan template we've designed to help candidates complete their planning commentary. There's a separate training video for students that we'll provide the link to so that you can watch that too. Finally, read the edTPA guidelines for acceptable candidate support so you know how much input you can give to your student teacher. For example, you're not allowed to edit a candidate's drafts, and you cannot tell the student teacher which video clips or work samples to use. Before ending this video, just wanted to thank you for all that you do as a cooperating teacher. Your role is vital to the student teacher's success, and we know it takes a lot of your valuable time and requires a lot of work. The fact that you even took time to watch this video is greatly appreciated. You accepted the mess that I was, nervous, anxious, self-conscious, unsure, and you loved me because you saw what I could be when I couldn't see it myself. You gave me your books and lessons to glance over. Then you trusted me to make my own decisions. You, who had a healthy career and tremendous respect and shining students and an amazing reputation, gave me your trust. Thank you again.